tonight is the author of the new book, Babyhood. He's also the producer and star of NBC's Mad About You. Let's take a look.
Raise Mabel well, tell her a lot of stories about me.
What are you talking about?
I like you. You're a nice man. You really are. I'm sorry it didn't work out. I blame myself. There's $200 hidden in the Al Franken book.
Listen, you cannot walk out the door.
Ha!
You can't, honey, okay, let me just say, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
About what?
See, Dad, I couldn't tell you.
Goodbye.
Wait, come here.
Please welcome Paul Reiser.
Boy, you know, you take a nice, average theme song, you put it in the hands of Max and the Max dancers, and look what happened. Max and his
I didn't see them dancing around a lot.
No, but in their hearts, that tune was just dancing. Thank you. Nice to hear.
Didn't you write that?
Don was, and I wrote that, but it didn't come to life until right this moment.
Well, what
I'm
getting at is you just made some money.
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah.
Playing music like...
Again?
Hey, Paul.
Yeah, how are you? I'm sorry.
That's all right. No, but I want to thank you, first of all, for you made a big effort to get here. You know, you're on the West Coast.
You know what?
I know this is the only show you're doing, and I appreciate that.
And it was so much easier than flying your whole audience out there, you know, to work around my
Which
schedule.
we offered.
Yeah.
We offered that first class. They weren't interested.
No, I said, you know what? Let me come to you. But it's fun. I like when you fly LA to New York. It's unlike anywhere else because they always, you know, it's the thrill of flying and the thrill of who do you get to sit next to. There's always somebody fancy on a flight.
Mm-hmm.
I had nobody this flight. Nobody.
There was no one. Because sometimes you see celebrities wandering onto the plane.
You want to see somebody and you go, wow, you know. But last time was interesting. Mike Tyson was on the flight. Now this is.
Are you being serious, really?
Last time I flew back to L.A., Mike Tyson and his whole family. His family was flying. Now, first of all, you know, you always think about how you want to be. You want to be cool with somebody. You want to say hi, and you always certain people in the public. I think, well, I'm going to draw a moral line. I won't be particularly friendly because of certain things in the past, and I'll just I won't say hello.
He bit a man's ear off.
Whatever,
yeah.
You know, yes, among other things. Let's not forget.
Right.
But on the other hand, it's amazing our egos were such, you know, I'm just a suck-up. The minute he said hello to me, he goes, hey, how you doing? I would say, hey, Chip, how are you? How you doing? You know, it's like suddenly, hey, listen, a couple of mistakes in the past.
Guy's got another ear, you know, hey, come on, what's the big deal?
If you like the show, that's different. I didn't realize you'd seen the show before, Chip. The only guy ever called Champ, and he actually was. So we're sitting there, and it was actually very funny. He was his whole family, his kids and nieces, I don't know, there's a lot of little kids, and he's up there in the front, and there's a bunch of seats, and they weren't together, so behind me and this other guy, this big guy, are Mr. Tyson's little girls, like 5-year-old, 6-year-old, and they're sweet kids, and they're playing, and they got headphones on, and they don't realize they're making noise, and they're making noise. And I'm going, you know, normally on a plane you might say, hey, I'm thinking, I don't want to tangle with Mike Tyson's kids. You know, he's a strong guy. So
you didn't think of going over to him and saying, hey, your kids are being annoying.
Well, normally you might.
Shut them up or I will.
Ordinarily, you know, that's me. That's exactly how I am with most people.
Because I've heard stories about you.
Oh, I'm ruthless. But if you have at any point won a major belt, you know, So I said to the guy, there's a big guy sitting next to me, I said, look, you talk to the parents nicely, I'll talk to the kids. Why don't we go, let's put it up that way.
That's fair.
Because they were kicking us. He didn't mean to. They were kicking it. And so a lot of people, so I said, well, here's my choice. Do I confront the, you know, emotionally unpredictable two-time world champion, or do I continue to have the back of my seat kicked for another 4 hours?
Yeah.
And, you know, many people say they got their ass kicked by Mike Tyson. Very few can say they got their ass kicked by his daughter for 4 hours. So I'm very
From one
proud.
side of the country to the other.
One side of the country, I took a beating.
Are you, let's talk about, we got to get into this because a lot of excitement over the birth of a daughter on your show.
A make-believe daughter.
Make-believe
daughter, yes.
More excitement about this than the birth of any real child in recent memory.
Because it's, you know, every week it's going to be just funnier and funnier. In real life, it could be up and down. This week, only comedy.
In real life, they get older and begin to hate you.
Yeah, no.
But in TV land, it's all fun.
Well, see, in TV land, we want to keep this very young. It's like they came home, we started the show, there's an hour-and-a-half-old baby, and then each week, we want to just keep it young, so like a day. But in real life, the baby playing the kid, come back 3 weeks later, they're suddenly, you know, they're big. So we get every day a new fresh baby.
You're saying if the show's on in 10 years, if the show's on in 10 years, you'll still have a baby? And you really tell the baby, get him out of here, let's go. Get that baby out of here.
You don't want to rush things. You want to keep them small, otherwise you got to write lines for them, and who needs the extra work?
Yeah, goo.
Yeah. So you keep them small. So we bring in fresh babies every day. It's like hot corn muffins.
What,
we make them fresh daily.
Are they in the back of a? They're in the back of a truck.
No,
and you
we
just
go to see
unload
the
them?
sign. I go, ma'am, God bless you, and we'll be right back. You know, we bring the kid. With one quick scene,
Yeah.
we'll bring you the kid back safely. I swear.
You forget to cut the cord. You take off in the
go,
car. Snip. We got to hang on 1 second because we got a lot to talk about. Can we take a break here? We'll make a lot of money for
Please
NBC.
show commercials, would you?
Yeah, because
you
get a cut of that.
Show some commercials, and we'll come back. We'll talk more.
Really?
Sure.
All right, we'll do that. Paul Reiser, everybody. We'll stick around.